invoke and invite the presence of Mother Gaia within me. I am clear and open to sharing this body in this moment. Mother Gaia is my guide and my partner. Mother Gaia is here now. Peace, blessings, and joy to you, beloved. This is Mother Gaia. Wave after wave crashes on the shore next to where this channel sits. Every wave is unique. No one wave is exactly like the one before it, but it is all made of the same material. You may have heard this metaphor used to explain reincarnation, that the soul material that makes up your consciousness is the same, and that every lifetime is just a different way for that energy to be for a time. This is a beautiful metaphor, and it is very true. But some of you wonder why, if you are the same water taking different shapes again and again, why can you not recall the shapes that you've taken before? Some of you are absolutely obsessed with understanding why you cannot recall, or with trying to recall specific biographical details. So we are here to answer this question. Why do you forget? Why between lives do you choose to forget and erase all of the memories of the lifetime that came before? Why must this wave roll on its own? It's a good question. Wouldn't you benefit from having the knowledge and experience of multiple lifetimes? Of course. But that would make the game too easy. That is a simple answer to this question. We do not want you to have the cheat codes. You do not want to have the cheat codes when you are playing out this scenario. If you were born into a certain family, you do not want to get frustrated with them and say, well, this isn't even my real family. I had many families and I only chose this one. Maybe it was a mistake. No, we want you to have those bonds. Parent and child, siblings, aunts, uncles. We want you to work through the struggles and challenges and joys those relationships present to you. You can only do that by immersing yourself in the narrative of this life from beginning to end, without the distraction and benefit of knowledge from past lifetimes. It would be too chaotic. It would be too grand a scope of experience to have the ability to dig into the granular experience of a single lifetime. Some of you have had thousands of lifetimes. Some of you under a dozen. That does not speak to your development. It is simply where you are in the spectrum of your experience for this lifetime. These lifetimes are not linear. You may experience a lifetime with someone who has far fewer than you, and that is simply where you are connecting in your experience and your path is crossing with theirs. Elsewhere in their lifetime, they are just as advanced, just as complex, have just as many insights and unfathomable depths to them as you have. So it is to help you focus is primarily the purpose. To allow you to dig in and really invest in these relationships. But also it is to help you learn. You came here to learn specific lessons that you and your soul family decided and planned before you incarnated. Therefore, when you incarnated, you began a pathway of knowledge, of learning that is experienced with every joy, every sorrow. You learn on a deep soul level what you came here to learn. Sometimes you do not learn. Sometimes you repeat the lesson again and again, and you explore it from many angles until you finally integrate the lesson into your being. Everyone learns in different ways and at a different pace, but it is the right way for them and the right pace for them. Your pathway is not going to look like another's pathway. Now, why do you forget? A third part. You forget because that teacher is going to be more potent. Those lessons will be more potent if you dig in. So we are combining the first 2 points here. If I were a geography teacher and I was teaching you the shapes of countries on a map, and I pointed to a squiggly shape and I said, "What country is this?" And you said, "I think it is Hungary." And I said, "No, it is Bulgaria." Well, now you would know that that set of squiggly lines is Bulgaria. Yes. And if I asked you immediately, "What country is this?" you would say, "It is Bulgaria." But do you know it? Have you really learned it? Have you integrated that knowledge? If I came back to you 6 months later and said, "What country is this?" you would not remember. You would not be able to pick it out. You would again get confused. But if I sent you to that country, if you made friends, if you formed relationships, if you ate the food, if you danced to the music, if you practiced the rituals, the family traditions, if you knew your neighbors, if you built a life there, the knowledge of that country would be in your DNA. It would be part of your essence. It would be within you, a deeply seated knowledge. That is why you incarnate. You come to learn lessons on a deep, soul-changing level. Some of you are obsessed with getting the answers, looking to guidance, which is absolutely fine to consult us. Some of you want all of the answers, and we would be bad teachers. We would be bad guides if we gave you every turn on the path, if we gave you every potential stone that you might trip over. You would not learn to navigate on your own, which is the reason you are here. So we can give guidance, we want to give guidance, but you must balance that with the understanding that you came here to develop in ways that there was no other way for you to develop than by coming here and digging in, fully investing in this lifetime before any others. Now maybe you are curious, did I live in ancient Egypt? Was I a philosopher or sage in another life? Did I practice magic? Was I a rich and wealthy person or famous? Yes. Let us say yes. Let us assume that all of the above are true. Does it change who you are? Does it change how you approach this life? How you connect with people? Those biographical details, the cultures you've lived in before, the places on my surface where you inhabited, those are aesthetics. They are a setting, set dressing for the drama that you have chosen to play in that life. What made an impact from those lives was how you related to people. Did you have a relationship that was nourishing, that was healthy? Did you love and respect your parents? Did they love and respect you? Did you use power wisely when you were handed it? Were you loving and kind? Were you a cruel taskmaster? That information is going to be impactful no matter what the aesthetics, no matter what the setting of the lifetime where you learned it. The ways that you are here to learn are going to be unique to you and unique to this life. But you will find yourself repeating the lessons from lifetime to lifetime so that you can explore them from every angle. It is a beautiful, complex puzzle, and it is best examined one piece at a time. If you tried to put together a puzzle, looking at all the pieces and trying to shuffle them into place, you would not get anywhere. But if you focus on a single piece and look at where it fits in the picture, sometimes getting a little bit of information about the other pieces, the contour here, an edge, a bit of color, and that is what you can glean from consulting with guidance, from doing past life regression, from looking at your Akashic record. You can get information that might help you find where this piece, you, fit into the bigger puzzle of your soul experience. Do not try to focus on the entire puzzle. Focus on this piece, the piece that is you in this life. And you will find you begin to make enormous progress, leaps and bounds. For this connection leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. And you get a bigger and bigger picture of what you came here to do. This was our message, beloved. Thank you for your attention. Thank you for sharing this moment with us. It was our privilege to bring this message forward for you. Peace, blessings, and joy. This was Mother Gaia. I had been in consult with Mother Gaia as I drove out to the park today, to the beach, and I was getting little pieces of this message, which is always helpful for me before I record, because there's a lot of other things going on, and I want to be able to have the message sort of front of mind, because as the vessel bringing it through, it helps if I understand a little bit of what's going to be said. But I think the piece that really surprised me was right at the end when she talked about puzzle pieces, because I thought that was beautiful as a metaphor and something I never thought of before. I really, really love that. We have to focus on this. Oh, hello, pelicans. We have to focus on this lifetime, this puzzle piece, because if we try to hold all of our lifetimes in our perception at once, we're not going to be able to put the puzzle together. That's just so perfect. I think I've heard multiple authors and teachers talk about why we have the veil of forgetting, as Seth calls it. But I think that's probably the most effective metaphor for me. You're trying to put together a puzzle and you can't focus on every piece at the same time. Brilliant. Thank you, Mother Gaia. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching this message. Thank you for tuning in. Absolute pleasure to bring this message through. I hope you have a great rest of your week. If you enjoyed this message, please share it with someone who you think it would be an encouragement to. If you'd like to support this channel, you can do that by donating through the Ko-Fi link in the description, or you can make a donation to support some of the causes that Universal cares about. You can check out the description for those. Please consider donating either directly or to one of the causes that we support. And also subscribe and like the video. Algorithms are a thing we live with today, and so promoting that is going to help spread these messages even further. But really, it's about sharing them. That's what I really care about. Someone says, this meant something to me and I want other people to hear it. That is so impactful. I love hearing when that's happened, when someone says, oh, I sent this to a friend. Makes every second of the work it takes to put these videos together absolutely worth it. But thank you so much for being a part of this journey with me. And I really wanted to say how much I appreciate everyone who tunes in and watches these videos. Every single one of you, thank you. All right, got another message coming soon. I can feel it. I don't have time to record it today, but I can feel it. It's right on the cusp, and I'm excited about hearing what's next for us. So tune back in next time. I'll see you then. This was Daniel Zafer-Joyce for Universal. Catch you next time.